We're the rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night. We're the rats.
I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules.
Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into.
What's up, fuckers? How's everybody doing today? Do you like my rat costume? Who else? Who up ratting they rats right now? Huh? Who up ratting right now? Who up in a rat race? My costume looks like me? What does that mean? You think I look like a rat? That's fucked up. I'm a rat. I'm not wearing a costume. I just threw this thing on. This is just what was in my closet. This is what I normally look like. First of all, you guys keep saying rats. What if I'm a mouse? Did you ever think about that? What if I'm a mouse? Did you ever think about... Sal, this is going to be my costume for Ren Fair. Do you ever wonder if I'm maybe a mouse about it? Huh? Everyone always says rats, rats, rats. No one ever says mouse. I said rat because you said rat. I said rat because you said rat.
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night. We're the rats.
I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules.
Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into.
Yeah, so I'm a rat, guys. I'm a rat, man. How's everybody doing today on this fine Wednesday afternoon? And I can say afternoon because it's 12:03 where I live. And I gotta try to fix my mic stand. Listen, folks. I've been inspired. First of all, I'm wearing this as my costume to a Ren Fair coming up. Obviously. Yeah, you have to go back to work, but you saw a rat. Where? Rat, where? No! Where'd you see a rat? I'm scared of rats. Yeah. I'm freaking scared of those things. What's up, Gay Bacon? Aurora is also going to be a rat. Do I have a tail? Boy, do I have a tail for you. Hang on, I'm trying to fix my mic stand. Rats together use tool, make strong. Tail reveal, tail reveal. Tail reveal. It's hot in here, though. It's freaking hot in this thing. I'm sweating. But, I mean, look at this shit. Don't look at this eye. This eye got the paint ran, but we'll fix it. How much to twerk at the main stage? A lot. Like, at least $30. I was worried. Hang on, let me go grab Aurora's rat head. Hang on one second. So, like, here's the thing. Hers objectively looks more like a rat. I mean, just objectively. Although it is kind of mouse-esque, I will say. However, when we started to make mine looked so much like a horse head. Partially because I don't know if you can tell. Mine's like way bigger. Because I made mine first. And we were just like going off of a TikTok. And I was like, babe, these measurements are all wrong. And so I made mine first and it looks so much bigger, which works. Obviously I have a bigger head. But, yeah, mine's more squirrel, huh? Mine definitely looks more squirrel, which is fine. It's still rodent. But that's why we added the gray to try to, like, get a little bit more ratty, you know what I mean?
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night. We're the rats.
I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules.
Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into.
So, I'll show everybody. We'll do a little bit of TikTok first. So, let me pull this up here. Ah, rat. So Aurora had the idea to want to go as a rat to the Ren Fair. And she was going to make a hat out of paper mache. And I was like, that's going to be like hard. And so I just searched up Rats Ren Fair on TikTok. And this is the video I saw.
Little dance like play.
Right on the throat. Perfection. You can play.
Now, I don't know if we're going to go around giving people the plague. But what I really liked about these costumes is it's just straight up like a normal Ren Fair costume. And then they made a rat hat, which feels nice. Because, you know, if you just look up like... like there's two ends you can go to, right? Or there's like 3 levels of cosplay you can do. This could be a perfect Northern Lion type clip. There's 3 levels of cosplay you can do. You could put in a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort. And you could make it look really, really good. But if you're going to one event and it's not your job, that kind of sucks. Then you can do like a medium amount of effort, which is normally just means you're going to spend money. And it can work, but a lot of the times you're going to end up looking like this guy. Which, you know, there's a element of fun to this, but you can tell you just sort of like found a costume online. And then there's a level of like thrown togetherness that looks good again. And so like this is like, I think this is that 3rd level where it's like, you can tell this is just a cardboard hat, but it also looks sick as fuck, you know? And like, it's literally just like tape and cardboard, but it looks so cool. And the last time we went to the Ren Fair, I fear I hit the middle tier. I spent money and I was like, yeah, this is going to look cool. And then I just felt like I was wearing a costume. This outfit, like this full fit, like obviously it's a costume. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a costume, right? But it doesn't feel like I'm doing a thing. I don't know. It's kind of nice. So it kind of like loops back around to like nice again. I don't know. So this is what we saw. Van Kelsing is the TikTok account. And I thought it was like so cool because it is like, I mean, I do really like their like they straight up just like made it in cardboard and masking tape and then just left it, right? Which we enjoyed, but Aurora really wanted to put the acrylic paint on, which I think the acrylic paint gives it a really cool like I think it gives it a really cool finish. And yeah, we were able to follow this tutorial here, which who's this from? Oh, it's also from Van Kelsing, which shouts out to this creator because the rat mask is very, very cool. But like I said, I made mine first, and you just got to be wary because like
all of this we don't want to be seen, so that's perfect for drawing on the inside. 12 inches across.
okay, so the first line is 12 inches.
This point is about 3 inches in. 3 inches right here.
And then she says make a point 3 inches in.
Tallest it's 8. Thing here will in a little bit. That will be a 5. Since I'm using
And then this line is 8 inches. This vertical line right here, okay?
tape measure, I don't have a straight edge like a ruler, but a piece of cardboard is a really easy way to do this. Looking at the shapes, it's a big circle and an oval. And remember, when you're drawing a circle, you don't want to go from your wrist. You don't have as good of mobility. You go from your shoulders. Hitting upon.
Okay. Now, did anybody catch what just happened? She's making a circle and an oval. And maybe this is a problem on my end. Maybe I took it to... We're thinking about doing the hat. It actually sits really well. Like, it actually does sit really well, and it allows you to, like I can, like, I can put it in, like, sport mode. Or if I really want out of it, I can, like, pop it up. It actually sits very well, like, naturally where I can still see. But we're thinking about maybe adding pipe cleaners as whiskers. No, it's for a Ren Fair. Although we probably will wear it for Halloween, because obviously we have them. So I don't know if anybody noticed, but I'll recreate it here in Paint, and why mine is so much bigger than Aurora's. And maybe it's on my end. Maybe I took it too literally. But she wants you to make a 12-inch line. This is the length of the head. So a 12-inch line, and then an 8-inch line. And then there's another mark over here that was like 5 inches or something. That's not important for what we're doing right now. Right? Except she tells you to make this cross at 3 inches. Now, I'm not a math whiz. However, if you try to make a circle that is 3 inches in this direction... and then 4 inches here, that's not a circle anymore, right? That's an oval. And so what I had to do when you make this circle is I had to extend it a further inch left. And so that's why, like, if you look at the size comparison, mine is so much larger than hers. Like, here, like, you can just see how much bigger it is, right? Like, so, yeah, it's like, I made mine first, and the measurements were a little off. So if you watch that video and want to make your own, which I recommend you should, this maybe took, like, to make the hat, took, like, an hour. And like I said, if you're going to a Ren Fair, it's so nice just to put on Ren Fair clothes, and then just get a hat, or, like, make your hat, and then it just, like, you know, it just, like, works. I don't know. It's super chill. And then I bought... No, the hour did not include the painting, but I don't think it needs the painting. I think the look of just the cardboard is really cool. Like, I think I think just the cardboard look actually looks really sick. And this is what made me want to do it. And then Aurora wanted to paint it, which is obviously, I think the paint's good too, but and we didn't spray paint it because we figured the spray paint would smell terrible, so we used acrylic paint that Aurora already had. And then this is just like a normal Ren Fair shirt, right? I bought like this, like an $8 brown shawl, and then just like normal Ren Fair pants. The beer cases, I had the same thought. Like, you could probably do this in a way that uses like a 12-pack of soda as the head. And that would also probably work. Because, you know, it just needs to be the width that you, like, put on your head. And then the tail Aurora made as well. Which I think the tail took her, like, 30 minutes. She made 2 of them. but it's just pink fabric that we bought. We bought a square of fabric for like $1. And then we got some, I have brown ribbon, hers is gray, so it matches her outfit. And then she just like, we bought some fancy looking yarn, which we didn't need to buy the fancy looking yarn, to use as stitching. And then she hand stitched it, and then we just put stuffing in it to make a little thing. But yeah, it's like, I think all in all for this entire costume was, I mean, I guess, I don't know, I already had the shirt, but like the hat was effectively free. It's just a Sharpie, scissors, and cardboard, and then we put paint on it. The tail was like $3 to make, maybe. And then the pants I think I spent $19 on. You didn't catch a stray. I'm just saying you got soft hands, brother. Bitsy uprooted cosplay. I'm taking notes on notes. Well, I mean, I'm not the cosplayer. Like I said, this is the person who came up with it. Van Kelsing. I think it looks so cool. I think it works out so well. For what it is. Bitsy uprooted from Avant. Is this a game? I don't know who this is, but that's a cool. Yeah, it would work perfectly. Just make the ears like more mousy and round, and it would work perfectly. But anyway, I wanted to wear this for stream because if you don't know, I normally play RuneScape and kill rats. But there's a TikTok creator we need to talk about before we get into the gaming. Okay. And she is blowing up deservedly. Okay. And so I'm going to share this TikTok creator with you. Her name is Ashby. So if you want to follow her, which you should. Currently doing conservation on item from the plague. Hoping to see just as a rat and could. Hell yeah. I'm going to go pass out the plague. Go and follow Ashby. This is her account. She blew up doing these Hamilton like skits / actings, like even to a point to where Lin-Manuel Miranda like commented on them. And so this is what like she like blew up for. So these were all like she was the one who started this trend, and this trend blew the fuck up. And it was all over my For You page. Everybody was doing it. And you know, it's a lip sync trend, and like obviously there's a level of acting and like creativeness added to it, but whatever. And then she started blowing up. And she's genuinely like one of the funniest people I think I've ever seen on TikTok. So she's been going live doing characters. And the one character that she's doing right now mainly is the Lorax. Okay?
Hey, guess what time it is? It's lady hour. That's right, ladies. I know you're not used to an hour, but the Lorax provides. The pigeons will be sped on accordance to your cries in my mercy. The redheads, however, will still be set to execution tomorrow evening. Am I single? Single-handedly screwing your mom? I'm joking. I don't know your mom in real life. But boy, does she know me.
It's so fucking good. She's so fucking funny.
Gender reveal. There you go. You're looking at it. I don't know. Thanks, guys. Gender reveal.
I mean, go ahead and give her a follow. She's all over my For You page now. It's people clipping her. And she did a Dobby where she's like, her Dobby character is like partially Ariana Grande. She's so fucking funny.
Hey.
Where'd my liked videos go?
Jen.
Did she clip more? I don't know. There's so many clips of her stream that was so fucking funny. And she's doing like some Pitbull shit.
Guys, it's me. Look. Hey, I love being Hamilton, but let's try to add a couple more characters to the old repertoire, all right? Okay, I have a couple more jokes for you guys, so, you know, let me know how these make you feel. Guess who I am? I'm Pitbull. Ah! All right, couple jokes. Here we go. All right. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Someone has a problem. Told my girl I like being tied up, woke up with a noose around my neck. That's what I get for dating a Libra. What's the deal with autism? Sorry. You know, yeah, you guys get the point. Just, you know, let me know how those ones made you feel. If you want to see some more, who you want to see, and, Dala. All right.
She's so good. So yeah, I'm channeling my slightly inner Ashby by wearing my rat costume. Is the point of that. Oh, she's so good. I mean, her character acting is so fucking good. Look at this weird ass comment. I love you so much. Please don't have a racist past. Crazy thing to say. Like what? What a weird comment. And it's got 55 nearly 9,000 likes. What a weird thing to say. The internet is so fucking weird. Oh, is that RuneScape? That's right. You can all leave now. I'm playing RuneScape. We're trying to get a rat. We're going to kill the rat to get the rat. Buy the rat.
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night. We're the rats.
I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules.
Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into.
Tell me if this is a funny bit. I'm gonna wear this on our recording tonight of the Not Advice Hour. Is it funny to open it up and say this, welcome to the Rat Advice Hour, in a sort of nod to the therapy gecko? Is that funny, chat? Or is it not worth the stupid bit? And I'm not going to tell Christian and Erica about it. And then they're going to get mad that I didn't tell them about it. We're biased, true. Do you think Christian and Erica will think it's funny? Yup. So I am killing my own brethren here. Listen, when we were making this and we painted it this brown, we really thought it was a horse. Like we really thought it was. I really thought it looked like a horse. And then I started like second guessing myself. I was like, there's brown rats, right? Like I was like, I didn't make up that there's brown rats. And I started like Googling brown rats, and I was like, yeah, no, they're there. I guess they're just not as like common as gray rats. And then look at this. This guy's brown right now. What was I even thinking? Scurry is brown. Why did I pick brown instead of gray? Mainly because the cardboard's brown, and I really liked that look of just like when they made it with their cardboard. And then Aurora was doing gray, and like we could have both done it gray. Well, no, I was like, yeah, one of us. I didn't want to wear, especially when we first started doing it. When we first had the idea, the original idea wasn't to wear like Ren Fair costumes. It was to wear like Aurora was gonna get like just like an oversized sweater and like gray leggings or sweatpants, right? Like that was the idea. And I didn't want to wear gray sweatpants. I don't like wearing gray sweatpants. And so I was like, no, I'll be brown, like, or whatever. And then I was like, well, I don't even want to wear like, I don't want to wear sweatpants to a Ren Fair. I feel like I'm gonna be sweating my ass off. And so, yeah, it was just like, yeah, she went gray and I went brown. Which works anyway, because the gray will look, and like, now she's just wearing like normal Ren Fair clothes. I've never liked wearing gray sweatpants. I don't like wearing light colors on my bottom at all. So I've never worn like light colored jeans either. I mean, I've bought them and been like, yeah, I'll wear them now. And then I get so like, nope, I don't like it. I don't like it. And then, yeah, just also, it's going to be, and I know, I mean, it's August in Illinois. It's going to be so hot. I just knew that, like, wearing sweatpants in general would fucking suck. No, some people, like, Aurora looks really good in light colored jeans. Like, some people really look good in them. And I'm like, every time I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get some, like, whatever, just another pair of jeans. And then I never wear them. But Aurora looks really good in light colored jeans. You know, just person to person. Aurora looks really good, period. True. But she's like a winter tone. I am not a winter tone. I've experienced true humid heat until I went to Chicago a couple weeks ago. Yeah, well, I mean, you also went and like, it was uniquely very humid recently, and also it's the time of year where it is the most humid. But like our falls are nice and our springs are really nice. And like, honestly, we had a really nice June. Like a really good June for weather. We just kind of got screwed here at the end of July and August. Jelly of winter tones? Yeah. Yeah, that's Aurora. I'm more of a... I don't know what colors I am, but we both look good in jewel tones, but she's winter jewels, and I'm more like, I guess, summery jewels? I don't know. Like, I look good in, like, blue, like jewel blue, like a sapphire, and, like, a bright yellow. Come to Barcelona, 80% humidity on my balcony right now, 91 degrees. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, that's about how it is in Illinois. Like, it's like always like 89 degrees and then like 90% humidity. But like in America, obviously America is such a large city, large country. Like there are people in like the South is like that too. Like I have family in Mississippi, and Mississippi is always just like 100% humidity, but it's not raining somehow. But then you have like Arizona, which is a desert, and so, or like even California, where it's so much drier. And then you hear people say like, oh yeah, it's 105 degrees in Arizona today, and it's like, yeah, I agree, that's hot. And like, you might just look at our thermostat and be like, oh well, or your thermometer, be like, oh well, it's quote unquote only 90 degrees in Illinois. It's like, yeah, but it feels like 110 because of the humidity. Like, I mean, it can be. I will say, when I went to when we went to Vegas for Christian's bachelor party, you know, Vegas obviously in the middle of a fucking desert, it was like 110 degrees out, like real actual temperature. But I didn't really sweat. And I think it's just because we're so used to humid heat that like my body was just like chilling. Like, obviously it was hot as fuck, but like right now it's like 80 degrees, and if I'm outside for like 4 minutes, I immediately start sweating. I'll like start sweating. But when you're in Vegas, like 105 degree temperatures, not sweating. You've had sneakers melt on the asphalt in dry heat. Does not happen on humid heat. That's true. True. I mean, obviously, every climate comes with its own pluses and minuses. We did have really good weather, so we went on a river float for Erica's birthday last weekend. And we had perfect weather for it. Like, not 4 days ago, but like 11 days ago. It was like 79. The humidity was down. The air quality was good. Like, where we live in Illinois, like, Canadian wildfires just like, they burn and then all their shit comes into Illinois and just like makes our air quality dog shit. So we got lucky with that. I put on a bunch of sunscreen before I left the house, thinking I'd be fine. You know, we're on the river for like 6 hours. It's like 5 hours. And I got so burnt. I haven't been that burnt in a long ass time. I just figured that I never reapplied sunscreen was the issue. Thinking that just the one application at home would be enough, considering like we didn't get in the water, you know. I got so burnt. I'm still peeling like crazy, but it's fine because obviously now I'll finally tan up a little bit before the winter. But we go to get. I've never been on a. We went in canoes, so we just like rented canoes from this company. And then you get on the water and you tie all your canoes together, and then you all just like float together. And obviously you have paddles, so you can like control where you're going and whatnot. But I had my phone in like a little waterproof case thing, and we have like coolers full of beer and everything. We get on the water, we tie everybody together, and Christian's sitting in the canoe next to mine. And so I go to hand him a beer. And he turns to his left and then turns to his right to look back to me to grab the beer, and he hits the beer out of his hand, or out of my hand, and it goes into the river. And we're like, oh no, like fuck, we just wasted a beer, you know, like haha. Oh, like, oh, let's turn around and see if it floats. We turn around. We've been on the river for about, I don't know, 2 minutes, if that. No, the beer was closed. We've been on the river for about 2 minutes max. Just enough time to get everybody on the water and then tie our canoes together. We look back at the beer, see the beer floating, and then about 10 feet behind that is my phone floating in the water. It took me 2 minutes for my phone to fall out of my pocket and start floating behind us in the water. Luckily, I had put it in a waterproof, like, thing. And so it was just, like, floating. Yeah, it was so lucky that we hit that beer out of my hand, because if we didn't, I don't know how long it would have been before I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. And then after that, we just, you know, didn't have it in my pocket. But it was so fucking funny to like immediately lost my phone and had to, like, we had somebody in a kayak, so they just like turned around and got it. It was so funny. Ooh, this is a fast kill. Jinxed it. Kill him! 1 HP, thank you. What do we got? 130? 142, really? It felt a lot faster than that. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have it in the waterproof container, I wouldn't have had it in my pocket. So like it would have been in my backpack, or I probably would have left it in the car. But yeah, it was just like very funny. Like the big thing is like we could have just went for like 20 minutes before I ever would have thought to pull out my phone, and then we would have been fucked. And we only had the waterproof bags because when we went to the Dominican Republic the year before, we bought them, and so we still had them. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll put my phone in it. Like, I don't plan on tipping the canoe over, you know? Like, if we tip the canoe, like, we have bigger issues. But yeah, it's just really funny. And then we're going. Like, this is just like a small river, you know, in Illinois. Nothing like crazy. I mean, I guess that the widest part is probably like, I don't know, about 1,000 feet, maybe a little bit wider. That's like, you know, whatever, kind of wide. But we're floating down, having a good time. Obviously, there's like other people on the river and everything. We're not really talking with that many people, but we would stop at little spots to like get out and like chill for a second, or go to the bathroom, whatever we need to do. And we're getting towards the end, and we stop at this spot. And we're like towards the end, so we're like 4 hours in, so I'm like pretty drunk. And I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I start to go to like walk into the woods. And I'm like, and there's like a bunch of people stopped here. I'm like, I don't know, 200 feet into the woods, and I stop and I turn around. I'm like, is somebody grilling? And I turn back, and I don't know how I didn't notice it before. But the people that were there before us had brought like a full ass table and like a grill, and like it was like a propane grill, and they had like a camping grill. And my phone had gone out, it was on fire. No, but they were making some sort of like tacos. And we're just like, you guys boated for canoed for 5 miles on the water to like come out here and make this? Like, that's like, to have all that shit on you the entire time is just so, I don't know, it's so funny. Now they're just fucking cooking up food. No, I went back into the woods to go to the bathroom like a gentleman. It was just so funny though. And then people were jumping off this cliff into the water, and boy, there was not a lot of leeway on the jump. We'll say, like the jump was maybe 20 feet up, 15, 20 feet up. And the water was like maybe 4 feet deep. And so everyone's like, yeah, when you jump, just make sure you land on your butt, because you're gonna hit the bottom. Like, don't land on your legs. And I was like, yeah, I'm not making that jump. Because the spot that you had to hit was like, I don't know, 8 feet off the cliff, and there was like a shelf. It was like the first 8, maybe not 8 feet, maybe like 6 feet off the cliff in the water was like 1.5 feet deep. And then after that, it went down to like 4 feet. It was like a sharp drop off. And I was like, yeah, it's not worth my drunk ass running up there jumping. I know I'd like slip or some shit. Like a bunch of people were doing it. So like Christian and Erica go up there. Erica's sister goes up there. Erica's sister, everyone's like, just make sure you land on your butt. Erica's sister did a front flip. And she landed like on her like front. Like she fully rotated, then did like another quarter rotation, right? And she hits, and then she just like sort of floats up for a second, like face still in the water, floating. And I'm like, oh, she's dead. And someone who wasn't with us just goes, oh my fucking God, like freaking out. And she like pokes her head above the water, and she's like, sorry, my boobs just fell out. I'm just trying to fix them. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she comes out of the water. And she's like, ah, my foot really hurts. And she like can't put any weight on her foot. And she's like, I think I broke my foot. And everyone's like, you didn't break your foot. Like, it was definitely swelling up. But we're like, oh, you probably just like sprained it. Like I gave her like some stuff to like ice or whatever to like put on her leg. Because when she did her front flip, her leg went back, like was further back, and it hit that shelf under the water. And it turns out she fucking broke her ankle. We were all like, no, you didn't. Like, you probably just like twisted it or something. Like, ah, she fucking broke her ankle. Yeah. It's like, huh? Like, I don't know. Like, everyone was telling her, like, don't do a front flip. And she's like, I'm gonna do a front flip. And then just fucked her ankle up. But, as people were saying in the chat, to me, to be like, yeah, just to land on your butt, like, that feels like you're gonna get a spine injury. That's like, I think I'd rather break my ankle than get a spine injury. I don't know. Does that make me weird? But there's a 0% chance I was doing it because I ain't got healthcare. If I had healthcare, maybe. Hey, I might have done it. It was a really fun trip. Just floating around, drinking beers, playing music. I got very drunk. I got so drunk. You ever watch cartoons as a kid and then like people get drunk and they just like hiccup and you're like, as an adult, you're like, who hiccups when they get drunk? I've never seen that before. I'm the guy. If I eat something when I'm drunk, mainly a sandwich. I don't know what it is about sandwiches. Like something with like bread, and I eat it and I'm drunk, I'm getting the hiccups. And you know, we had like food and stuff on the canoe and everything. And I ate something and I was hiccuping for like 2 hours straight. Like the last like 30 minutes on the river, the 30-minute drive home in a random direction. And then I got home and Aurora didn't go on the trip. I get home and Aurora's like, why are you hiccuping? And I was like, I can't stop. And then I showered and then I went upstairs to get clothes, fell asleep, woke up, still had the hiccups. So I got very drunk. Very, very drunk. Yeah, I feel like you always used to see that in cartoons, and like I'm the only person that I know that has drunk hiccups. It's only when I eat like I said, like sandwiches. Even if I eat a sandwich sober and if I eat it too fast, if it's a sandwich with bread, like not like a tortilla wrap or like even like a burger, like a sandwich, I'll get the hiccups. But it's only like sandwich with like sandwich bread. Hiccups for an entire day sounds like like torture. It's like those people who like literally can't stop hiccuping. Like, I think I would end it. Hiccuping is so fucking annoying. No. Got hit. Wait, Blake. What's the number at? So Blake said, so we put out the Glee season 3 video on Patreon. And Blake said if we get to 200 paid members on Patreon, they would get a Glee tattoo. And we had 37 before we launched it. Last I checked, we were at 100. And the video hasn't even, like, you know, come out to the public yet. At 100 before you went to bed. Yeah, it updates every, like, 12 hours, I think. It's weird the way Patreon, like, doesn't actually update. Because it's really weird, because yesterday it said, like, at one point it said we had 50. But I got so many emails saying that we got a new subscriber. And then I would check and it wouldn't update. And I was like, I know we've gotten more than 13. I've gotten more than 13 emails from Patreon today. It says 102. Nice. Yeah, it's patreon.com/Hashan, yeah. And you can see how much money we're making. I'm pretty sure I kept it public. That way when we get sued by Disney for making Glee videos, they know exactly how much to sue us for. $300 a month. Wait, Blake, you said 200 though, yeah? I thought it was 200. If it was 100, you are fucked. But I'll tell you what, Blake. Listen, I'm not getting. I'll straight up. I'm not getting a Glee tattoo. Okay. Like straight up. I was like, I can't even think of a good Glee tattoo. Like I'm not getting the word Glee tattooed on me. I'm not getting like a quote from the show or a character tattooed on me. But I could be talked into when you're up here in October. Like if you wanted to find, I mean, I don't know if you have I assume you have an artist local to you that you like. But when you're coming in October, I wonder if we could like go and both get a tattoo. Maybe, for me, I would not get a Glee tattoo at all. But maybe a Hash on, some sort of Hash on Glee, or a Hash on tattoo. And we can make a little like bonus video out of it. So we could like go up to Chicago and get it. Or I could come down there, I guess. But I am not getting a Glee tattoo. I mean, I'm really trying to think of anything from Glee, or even like imagery from Glee that I would want on my body at all. And I'm drawing a blank. I'll tell you that much. Would I consider myself to be a more technical or creative person? It's a good question. I think I'm, what sucks is I, as much as it's like a shitty answer, I do feel like I'm a bit of both. I think I do have a good creative process, but it's a creative process that's driven by results. And so like, there's a technical element to it. You know, does that make sense? Like, I'm never just gonna create something just because I want to. But I do enjoy creating, and I think I do create things. Like, I have good ideas. I have good creative ideas, but you cannot say you're not created multiple times in the podcast. Yeah. But I'm not creating. I'm wearing I'm wearing a rat costume because I'm gonna get a result out of it. Like I'm just comparing it to like I'm just comparing it to like there are people that I know, or like people like, you know, that they'll just sit at home and draw all day. You know, like Aurora is a lot more like that, where it's like she'll just create stuff just to create stuff, or like even like, you know, like there's like that element of it. Like I don't have that element. I was thinking about this a little bit earlier, actually, because it's bullshit. I saw a TikTok. It was a clip of whatever the food show on Good Mythical Morning is, the chef guy. He was talking to Angela Giratina from Giratina from Smosh. And it's a common question that you might ask like any performer or comedian, yada yada yada. Not that I would consider myself anywhere on their level, but it's a common question to like ask, like, do you remember the first time you made somebody laugh, or like why do you want to get in this business or whatever? I didn't eat. And I don't know if I ever remember. Why can't I eat? What's going on? I don't remember the first time I made somebody laugh. And Angela's answer was kind of similar to like how I thought about it, which is like, I don't remember the first time making somebody laugh, but I do know like the first time I started thinking like, I just want to make myself laugh. And I don't know, I think that kind of sums up more of who I am as a person, where it's like, I do performative stuff, but a lot of the times when I'm doing stuff, like I'm wearing a rat costume because I think it's funny in a way. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I know how to produce it up to be like worth it. If that makes sense. I mean, that's part of the reason why, like, and this is a motto I've had. I mean, it's not like a motto I came up with, but this is a self motto I've had for a long time, like all the way back till since like beginning stages of high school, which is just like committing to a bit. Like if I come up with a bit, I just think it, no matter if other people aren't finding it funny or not, I think it's really funny for me to continue doing a bit. Even if other people aren't receptive to it, I guess. What is this, therapy? I feel like I'm going through therapy right now. Which, I mean, obviously I have moments of like insecurity or like disbelief in myself. But I don't know. That's how I think about it. Where it just made me think a lot. Where it's like the first time you made someone laugh, because I like making people laugh. I like making videos. I like doing things like that. But it's not out of a need to like get laughter. It's more out of a like, I just want to make someone's day better. It's less of a like self-gratification thing, and it's like, I'm gonna write a joke. I think this joke is funny. Hopefully other people find this joke funny. And if not, like, okay, I guess, you know. That's true, and maybe that's why I enjoy cringe so much. Like, I mean, Christian and I enjoy different levels of cringe, but like, I think that's also why I gravitate, and I've always been around a lot of autistic people in my life. Obviously, I didn't know that until recently, but like, a lot of my friends growing up, or like a lot of the people I used to hang out with, probably are autistic or on the spectrum. And I think there's a level of vulnerability that autistic people present, whether or not they mean to, that I really, really enjoy in people. And I think a lot of the times autistic people will get embarrassed at that level of vulnerability. Like they'll think like, oh no, like I just said a thing and it's something that I like immediately thought and didn't think. They didn't think before they spoke. They just blurted it out, right? And then everybody looked at them weird and then they get embarrassed. But like, I really like that in people. I really like people who are unapologetically themselves, you know? Like it's really a cool aspect of humanity to me, is like people being human. Which is why like I think a lot of people don't, when people don't understand cringe and they'll make a cringe compilation and and like they'll make a cringe compilation, it's like some like a, you know, like a screeching blue-haired liberal, they them non-binary, and it's like, yeah, this isn't cringe, that's just them being themselves. Like what I think is cringe, while it is like inherently cringe, which is like Seth Erskine's singing the Colts theme song every week before the game, where he says, "This is our Colts, this is our team." Like, I look at that and it's a guy who's just doing shit that makes himself happy. And that makes me happy and I love it. I don't look at it to like, I don't share it to make fun of him. A lot of people will share that and like make fun of the cringe. When I watch cringe, I'm like, let's fucking go. This guy rocks, you know? I love Seth. I said hi to him at a Colts game last year. He's the man. Literally had a moment where I asked you how your day was, and I called it meta to try and dumb it down. True. Very parasocial of you to ask your friend how their day's gone. But you know what? And you say being genuine's not that common these days. It was never common. I think there's like an ebb and flow with it in culture, obviously. But like, whenever you look back in the past, the people who were the coolest, like celebrities or in the people that you remember or whatever, were always like the actual coolest when you look back. Were always people just doing their own shit. You know, marching to the beat of their own drum, to steal a phrase from Autism Speaks. But unironically, like, it's people who just are doing their own shit. Like, all these, like, countercultures that you look back on, and you're like, oh, this counterculture is really cool. Like, when it comes to, like, punk or goth or scene, like, you look back, and, like, obviously you can look back and be like, wow, look at how cringe scene haircuts were. And it's like, yeah, there's the element of, like, oh my god, I can't believe we thought that looked good. But you compare that to the most popular haircut at the time, like, which is the one that I had as a kid, as a teen, which was the Bieber haircut. And it's like, that's equally as, like, embarrassing to have had. You look back on it and you're like, why the fuck did I have that haircut? But I didn't get that haircut because, like, I was expressing myself. I got that haircut because it was popular, you know? And there's just, like, a level of that, like, is, like, sad almost. You should have made it more than 100. This video. We also have other bonus. It is 100%. I think you say 200 later. I swear I remember it saying 200 at some point. Like, don't share that link. Now everybody can watch it. With no ads. If you guys clicked on that link, you have to send me $1 right now. I will say somebody left a comment, I think on the Patreon. Maybe, no, was it on YouTube? I think it was on the Patreon. Where I say, like, like I'm describing someone's downfall or something. And I say, like one last arrow striking them in the Achilles. And the, like, one last arrow striking in the ankle of Achilles. And somebody commented just like, LOL, ankle of Achilles. And I got, like, really pissed. I'm like, how could I fuck that up? Like, and I started, like, gaslighting. I started, like, not gaslighting. I started, like, coping as, like, hard as hell, being like, well, no, the heel is part of the ankle. And then I Google, like, is heel part of the ankle? And it's like, no, you fucking dumbass. It's like, fuck. And then I was like, but the Achilles heel isn't actually the heel. It goes all the way up the ankle. And I was like trying to cope so hard. It's like, I just fucked up. I just like, how do I fuck up Achilles heel? You know what I mean? Like, like it's so funny. It's a fucking 7.5 hour video. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. I fucked up Achilles heel and now it's ruined. And then it's like, I think what it was in my mind was the scene in Troy when Achilles gets shot. Spoiler alert! Achilles gets shot by an arrow in his heel. But the scene in Troy, the shots were going into his ankle. And so I'm sure that's what... Oh, thank you, Oasis, for the sub. Thank you very much. 10 months. Woo! Where when he's getting shot, he's straight up getting shot in his, like, ankle. Like, straight up. I think I was just visualizing that scene. We got to redo it. Yep. All 8.5 hours redone. I'm going to record the lines. Here, I'll record now. You rip this, put it in post, and then, re-render it and we'll re-upload it. Okay. One last arrow flying into the heel of Achilles. You don't care for Glee. Well, that's the thing, is you don't have to care for Glee. Thank you for the bits, though. Of course, you did not have to do that. Appreciate it. It's more of me screaming about Glee. It's less about Glee itself. If you don't watch it, you'll miss moments such as me in a wolf costume singing Maroon 5 and me writing a fanfic and acting it out. Eight hours might be too much. True. 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 What if you have a rainy day, though? And would you watch it? R.I.P. Leftist Book Club. Gone but never forgotten. Who knows? Maybe I'll bring it back someday if I get prescribed Adderall. Hey, if you put me on ADHD medicine, we'll bring it back. But like, why would I read leftist books and create PowerPoints about it when I could be playing RuneScape? You know what I mean? That seems a lot more fun to me. When I can be attention maxing, playing RuneScape and watching a YouTube video. And talking in Discord all at the same time. I'm looking into my ADHD autism, kind of scared to make another appointment. Are you serious about the ADHD, Medj? I've never been diagnosed ADHD, but I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. And my biggest issue with the Leftist Book Club is just that I'm always I thrive on deadlines. which pretty much means, of course, you procrastinate until the deadline. And then I would stay up super late the night before. And so I imagine if I was medicated for ADHD, then I would be able to work more consistently, yeah. There's a reason why this Glee video took as long as it did to come out. There's a reason why I started watching Glee season 3, episode 1 in, I don't know, November of last year. And the video just is coming out in August. We'll say that. Being undiagnosed can kill you. I'm currently about to start a month 9 of a sick leave. I hate it. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? I don't understand what you're saying. I ain't got the money. I ain't got the money to... hey, in America, hey, I'm not paying... I ain't got the $300 a month to pay for ADHD medicine without insurance. If I had insurance, I would get... And that's the other thing is... I mean, I don't know how it is in Spain. But in America, right now, you really don't want to be diagnosed as anything. Especially neurodivergent. That's right now in America, you really don't want to go and get officially diagnosed if you don't have to, you know? Yeah, you don't want to make the RFK kill list. You don't. I'm not getting rounded up. I'll dodge that one. No, I see. Well, hey, look. I hope you get better and everything. I'm just not in a position. Like, I'm not in a position where I don't fear that something bad's gonna happen. I just literally am also not in a financial position to take on expensive ass ADHD medication. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've always been like that though. I've always thrived on deadlines. That's how I always did school and everything. And, you know, maybe if I was younger and, you know, there was more ADHD awareness and everything, maybe I would have been diagnosed younger. But I think part of the ADHD thing, why I never was diagnosed, or like, I mean, I don't know if my mom's in here, maybe she could give me a better answer. What I'm guessing is, because I never struggled in school, in fact, I did the opposite. I was a very good student. I had a 4.0 grade point average until my sophomore year of college, my entire life. I doubt that anybody really brought up the idea that maybe I had ADHD, because it didn't seem like I had issues with attention. When in reality, I just like, I've always said, like, I'm the kind of person that school was built for, and that I can soak information up in the way that it was given. And then also I didn't really have anger issues, which was like the big thing in kids with ADHD. It's like I wasn't really an angry kid. Like I wasn't getting in fights or anything. So. Well, and I think my brother, because I'd say my brother probably also has ADHD. My brother is probably more like you or Dotsy, where like, and Christian was the same way. Where like Christian was never like a 4.0 student. He was much more on the like, and same thing with my brother, where it's like, if I can just get B's, like who gives a shit? Like that's good enough. Like I don't need to get an A. And like Christian, even I think he's told the story on the show, like when he was put in school, he went to private school in middle school, and you know. Especially where we're from, it's not always the case necessarily, but the general consensus is like private school is like better than public school. Like you get a better schooling. And so everybody that came from that private school to our high school would get put in all the advanced classes, pretty much. Like 99% of them would. Just because they would be ahead of the curriculum in our normal high school, in public school. And Christian, like, straight up was like, no, I don't want to be put in advanced math. Like, just put me in normal math. And they're like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, fuck it. I don't want to be in advanced math. Like, which is totally valid, you know? Like, but... But yeah, I imagine if I was a kid now, I would get diagnosed with ADHD. There's, you know, just, you know, when I was a kid in 2003 is a lot different than being a kid in 2025, you know. Just there's so much more information about ADHD and its symptoms and everything. And brother, I would be a fucking iPad kid. I mean, I'm a fucking iPad adult, so you know, I didn't even know I exhibited, I won't say I have ADHD. I didn't know I exhibited symptoms of ADHD until my ex-girlfriend kind of like called me ADHD as like offensively, like as a pejorative. Like she would like get annoyed with me and be like, you're being like, not, I mean, she wouldn't say these exact words, but like the millennial, like, oh my god, you're being so ADHD right now. Like, she would get mad at me because I would, like, just be talking. And, you know, not wanting to stop talking. And I will say, that still does come up in, like, now in my life, which is, I'm a talker, I'm a yapper. And if there are days where I don't want to yap for whatever reason, you know, I just don't feel like talking or whatever, people will sit there and just be like Aurora, it happens to Aurora. Aurora will say it to me. Normally Aurora will like understand after the first time I say like I'm just not in a talkative mood. But it's, if I'm not talking, it's me like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you mad? Like, what's going on? And I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel like talking. I don't know what to tell you. But even like Aurora's parents, like if I'm just like not in a talkative mood, they'll the entire time be like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And they'll just keep saying it over and over and over again, which makes me feel like I have to talk then. But because I'm not in a talkative mood, I'd like my jokes come off even more dry. And it's like, I just, yeah, I don't know. I didn't mean to, I'm not talking. I don't know what to tell you. Like, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. But yeah, I guess, yeah, there is that level of like, I do feel like I need to measure myself where it's like I'll say with Christian's not a yapper. Christian will yap back, but he's not like a independent yapper. So when we're working out, I'm just talking nonstop pretty much about random shit. Glee, Dexter, politics, whatever. And I like apologize all the time. We're like, I'm sorry, you don't care about this. And he's like, no, I care. I was like, okay, I've been on a 15-minute tangent about the Indianapolis Colts and you don't watch football, man. Like, what? Oh, I imagine a very big portion of our audience is neurodivergent. Absolutely. I imagine we have a very high autistic audience, very high ADHD audience, and I think we have a very high trans and non-binary audience as well. We ran the gambit. We call that the Triple Crown in the podcasting industry. But we're pretty much our audience is pretty much like the opposite of what you want as an audience in terms of like selling ads. We're like ad poison. Like, I guess we hit the age range right, but like we have such a small male listenership that's like I think it's really hard to sell ads on our show because we don't hit like the 18 to 35-year-old male demographic that like you want as an advertising group. We just got like stoner autistic non-binary lesbians as our audience. What's up, Cricket? Y'all could take more women's stuff or stuff. Oh no, we do. We do ads for. I think that's why our major ads are like our like Pretty Litter, your I don't know how to say the name. It's an ad that only Erica reads. Quince. Like that's a woman focused one. Like our ads that we get long-term ones are definitely more like but so there's a reason why a lot of podcasts will be sponsored by like Manscaped and BetMGM and like you know, all those. And then our podcast is sponsored by not those. You've never seen us doing an ad read? Well, you're missing out. We have lore in our ad reads. Only one of them. Only Pretty Litter. And then Chewy. Chewy's another one. Which, it's like, Chewy's an ad that you wouldn't think is gendered, but it would not surprise me if mainly women buy from Chewy. You know what I mean? Like, women are just more likely to buy from Chewy, I imagine. Scentbird? No. Aurora used Scentbird for a second. I don't know if our ad company works with Scentbird. I could reach out and see. Maroon. Look, how many kills do we have already? I've already killed him 23 times. This is crazy. These kills are flying. You need a G Fuel sponsorship? I don't know if first of all, I don't think we would ever get sponsored by G Fuel. Like our podcast. Yeah, Scentbird is definitely a YouTuber one. I don't know if they do podcasts. But wasn't G Fuel? Did they take back the sponsorship they did with the person who was like really alt-right? I know it's like owned by Jay Schlatt. I don't know. I'm not in that realm of the internet. I just know that they had some like controversy recently. But I don't think they would ever do the judges. That might be something that would sponsor maybe like Hosh On if we ever got like big enough to do it. But I don't know if I would take a G Fuel sponsorship or not. Because like I drink a lot of energy drinks in the ilk. But it's sort of like, I mean, it's obviously not the same. Oh, he does gamer sups. I might be confusing the two with a lot of the drama then. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I don't remember. To me, they're the same company. I completely fucking mixed up G Fuel and gamer subs. But it's obviously not the same as cigarettes, but it's like, or even like drinking, where it's like, I don't know, would I do an ad for Bud Light? Because like drinking is not good for you, you know? Like I don't think it's good to drink energy drinks every day. I do it. Oh, G Fuel is phase people? Oh. Phase up. I'll phase up. How much money are we talking? Hey, money talks. I'll sell my soul. My Kia soul. "24 kills. We are flying. Absolutely flying. We started the day at 400 total kills. If you don't know, if you haven't been here, I'm going for a drop that is a 1 in 3,000 drop rate. And I think the coin flip, so like the compounded chance of getting the drop, it's a 1 in 3,000 drop, is if I hit like, I think it's like 2,300 kills is a 50-50 chance at that point. That's your coin flip, is like 2,300. Right now, as my character's getting stronger, you know, in between streaming and everything, and also obviously while I'm doing it, we're getting stronger. But right now I'm at 25 kills an hour, which means if I want to get to 3,000 kills at 25 kills an hour, that's over 120 hours. So, we got a long road ahead of us, but that's the thing about RuneScape and probability, which is any drop can be the drop. Like this next one, I could get it. This could be the kill. You know, I could get it on kill 425. You never know. I've also like been pretty dry on because I did some kills the other day. I did like 50 kills the other day offline. I haven't gotten a spawn in a while, which is a 1 in 33 drop. Probably in the last at least 100 kills. So it'd be nice if we saw a spine or a pet. We got neither. But you know what? That's okay. We keep grinding. I thought the rat costume would maybe bring us a little bit of luck. But I will say it is nice training my range. I did need range experience a lot. Yeah, G Fuel did like everybody. No, we just made it. We just made the hat this week, and I got the pants in yesterday. The shirt we had, we bought the shirt when we went to the Ren Fair 2 years ago. Which, if you can't see, the shirt is just like a normal Ren Fair shirt, you know? But when I bought it 2 years ago, I didn't like how it fit. I just didn't feel very confident in it. But when we put it on, when I put it on the other day, I was like, oh, that fits me a lot better than it did before. Yeah, G Fuel's done like everybody. I think GamerSupps did H3, did they not? Or is it G Fuel that did H3? I can't pull off Alexander Hamilton. I could maybe do a Ben Franklin. If I went to a Ren Fair as Alexander Hamilton, everybody would think I'm Ben Franklin. GamerSupps was H3? Yeah, that's what I thought. But they, like I said, both of those companies have done everybody. Like they're not like discretionary with their sponsorships. Like, and that's why whichever one that recently got into the drama of like sponsoring, like it was a VTuber who like was like really controversial. Like that's why they end up in situations like that, because they just do everybody. I doubt they would ever do our podcast though. It would be definitely more of a YouTube thing. You know GamerSupps from Cold Ones? Yeah. A Hashan flavor that's Baja Blast would go crazy, though. Judgy's GamerSupps custom flavor that's Pilk flavored. Think about it. Could be the move. Could be the move. I make a dashing rat. Oh, you think I look like a dashing rat now? Check this out. How's that for dashing? I don't know the trans language for what dashing is. I don't know what that joke means. But I imagine it's funny. Celeste reference. Okay, that makes sense. It's funny, don't worry about a kitten. I'm not a cat, I'm a mouse. I mean a rat. We are making good money. Look at this, we're up to 282k GP. $427 kills. We're getting at least to 500 on stream. I've been just flying through them. Oh, my chest is about to break. I can't believe it degraded that quickly. Huh. So I'll have to teleport out just to restore my... I'm gonna wear that costume every stream? Probably. Why not? It's comfortable as hell. I talked earlier about not liking... I've never liked wearing sweatpants my entire life. Ever. No matter the color. Especially gray, but like... I've never liked wearing sweatpants. Even like to a point to where like... I would have people like buy me like even pajama pants. I hate wearing pajama pants. I would just like get home from work and just wear my jeans or whatever I was wearing all day. Like I was never a, like, oh, I got to get into something better. And if I ever went out in public, I would always change out of, like if I was wearing gym shorts at home, I used to hate going in public wearing gym shorts. I always had to put on some sort of just like regular pant or short. I fully don't remember why. Oh, so I bought these pants, right? For this costume. And they're just like, you know, Ren Fair pirate pants. But they are so comfortable, and it's like, is this why people like wearing sweatpants? Because, you know, they're normally like I wear a pant that's like 28 to 30 inches long for the leg, and these are like 46 inches long, right, to give it that like super baggy look. And I'm like, oh, this is dope as hell. I get it now. This guy knows I'm wearing fox ears every stream, and she's a furry now. I don't think I'll become a furry, but I'm not gonna finster myself into like changing, like discovering something about my inner self. I think I'm pretty set on my inner self. Thank you, Ari. I don't think I'll become a furry. Famous last words. True. Aurora would break up with me. She hates furries. It's like her one really, really irrational... Like, anytime she just hates... she doesn't really like their art style. So it's mainly like furry drawings she really dislikes. Like anytime she sees like people who very clearly learn how to draw from like drawing furry shit, it just like pisses her off. And to be fair, she also has that same feeling of people who definitely learn how to draw by drawing Steven Universe characters. It's just like a certain art style that she just does not enjoy. If you all subscribe to the Patreon, I will finster myself. Hang on! Blake, you just want to do that anyway! We need more art style variety in the furry community. Yeah, we almost need like a like the furry community almost needs their own Zack Snyder Batman to really reset the tonality on their art. Like release the Snyder cut of fursuits, you know? Really shake up the scene. Make an artistic like choice that will leave the world going, oh, they're not just one-dimensional. We need a Heath Ledger style moment in the furry community to really make people go, oh, I didn't realize this could be so cool. I think that was B-Star. Still no spine. I gotta heal after this kill. I gotta remind myself. But you know, furries are always something that, similar to what I was saying before about autistic people. I never really fully got the hate for furries. Like, I mean, I understand why there's, you know, there's bad people in every community, and there's definitely Nazi furries that you should not enjoy. But, I've always was just like, yeah, it looks like they're having a good time. Like, why do people care so much that people are having a good time? Like, like, what are we doing? Like, who am I to judge, you know? Oh my goodness. What if we made a community post that said I'll get 2 Glee tattoos? I don't. I mean, what's your goal with that? Is that just to try to get more Patreon subs, or is that to try to increase the ante? I think you should shoot for higher. I think, I don't know. Maybe I'm miscalculating. But I mean, once the video comes out, I'm sure we'll get more. Unless you want to specify, like, before the video comes out if we get 300, but I don't think that's going to be possible. You miscalculate. I mean, honestly, if I'm being for real, I didn't think we would hit 100 either. I mean, like, straight up did not think we'd be anywhere near that number already. Our peak previously was, I think, 50 something. And that was after we put out the Glee Yappy Hour. What's that show called? The Glee, the what the fuck is the show called? The reality TV show. The Glee Project. Jesus Christ. Which we will have to put out season 2 probably in about a month from, like, once this video's been out for about a month is probably when we'll need to put out the Glee Project season 2. The Yappy Hour. Oh, that's true. I was thinking about that yesterday about the outtakes, so that's true. Oh, you know, and I put out like the video saying I made the leaderboard free, so you just have to be a free member. You still have to be like a member, but you don't have to pay for it. Thinking that would get people to come in and look at it, and there's not a single like or a comment on the post about the leaderboard. It surprises me a little bit how much people don't really give that much of a shit. Did you say Yappy Hour? Yeah, I think Christian came up with the name Yappy Hour as like a potential podcast name maybe like a year or so ago. And I stole it for because all of my Hashan videos are very scripted. They're very tight. Like pretty much every moment is planned. Like there's not a lot of like riffing. Very rarely is there riffing. But the Yappy Hour, I just did like a backbone of what I wanted to say, and so it's entirely yapping. Like it's not like I know what I wanted to talk about at certain points, but it wasn't scripted out. Like, so I called it the Yappy Hour just to be like, this is gonna be way looser. It's just like my thoughts about a thing. Do you think YouTube AI will count hours of Hashan Gleevil content as something an adult would watch? Probably, because we don't like censor out swears or anything. So yeah, probably, unfortunately. Glee is too old for people under 13. You would think that, but like with anything, like because of TikTok, there's a lot of young Glee fans now that are like finding the show. Yeah. You would be surprised, because what's 18, what's 17 for 25? Like, what's the oldest you could be to be under 18 right now? It'd be 2008. So like, I would not surprise me if there's like people who were born in 2008, 2010 that are like really into Glee because of, you know, TikTok and everything. Not to do the ninja meme, but it's still pretty popular relatively. Yeah. I mean, it'll never meet its peak ever again, but I can't believe I still haven't gotten another spine. If we kill one more and we don't get the spine, then we've killed 33 today, which is the drop rate today. It's kind of crazy. There just isn't another show like it. That's very true. I think, and like, I was talking about it with somebody from my hometown the other day about it, and he's like, yeah, I never watched it. I know my sister used to watch it in high school. And I was like, yeah, it's like, it really is a really good like time capsule, like into like what 2009 to 2014 was like. It's like a really good time capsule for that regard, but it still feels modern enough that like it doesn't feel out of place tonally. Like, it's not like a show where it's gonna be like, I'm trying to think of a show that you couldn't watch now just because of like the humor and everything was outdated. But it did age like surprisingly really, really well. A lot of people will say like, you can't make a show like Glee today, or like, oh, this moment did not age well. And it's like, no, the moment's aged well. Like, there's not a single thing on Glee that people like that now that back then people didn't also like. Like, the jokes, like, yeah, there's jokes that are like racist or jokes that are like ableist, but like 99% of the time the jokes are the characters in universe being racist or ableist, and that's like it's them being wrong, you know. There are moments that I complain about where it's like, oh, this is just the show writers being racist, but those moments back then or now people wouldn't complain about. Like there's a moment where I complain because they do like casual Islamophobia pretty commonly, like multiple times. They do like just like casual Islamophobia. There's a 0% chance anybody has ever complained about that because Islamophobia isn't something that people complain about. It's just not something people think about. Like Sue Sylvester's whole character is a testament to that. Like, I guess I go get more food and stuff. Man, 33 kills, no spine. How about that? Well, I guess I need to do that yet. All right, let's go restock and get back in there. Yup. Bert saying the R slur is the only thing I can think of. Yeah, but also, like, one, shows are saying the R slur more again. And also, like, that's Bert's character is, like, he's a Midwest guy. And, like, if you're going to write a character now to actually be portrayed like a Midwest guy, you could make him say the R word, the R slur, and people wouldn't... I mean, people would complain because people are people, but, like, if you think that people in the... If you don't think 50-year-old dads in the Midwest who are otherwise pretty progressive on, like, gay and trans people, you know, like Bert's son, aren't saying the R word, then you're mistaken. You know what I mean? Like, that's just accurate at that point. I'm gonna take this off. My head is so warm. Is there a way I can, like... Oh, it was Josh under there. There, now we can see him. Maybe a little bit. This made me think you could easily put a historically accurate Hamilton costume in a closet. No. Unless, no. You're looking at what I got. I mean, this is the only clothes I have, and I just got them. It's not like I just had these, except for the shirt. But like, I mean, y'all know what I wore to the Ren Fair yesterday, or last year, I mean, right? Like, oh, I don't know if I posted about it because I didn't like how I looked. I think Erica posted about it. Oh, there's 0% chance I'm getting there on Aurora's page. Did Erica not post about it? Somebody posted about this, surely. Somebody posted that we went to the rent. Oh, there it is. like, I bought this tunic thinking that it looked really cool. And I do think the tunic is really cool. But I just didn't work. I don't know. Honestly, in this picture, it looks a lot cooler than I remember. It does look a lot cooler than I remember in this picture. But this is the only... this picture and these clothes are the only Ren Fair adjacent or like Hamilton-esque clothes I own. The belt could be bulkier, that's true. My issue with a lot of this stuff is that yeah, I didn't commit to the shoes. I just wore boots. Give me like a way too long amount of time and I'll pump out some chainmail pieces for the next Judgy's Ren Fair. Wait, like out of like soda tabs? Well, what was I gonna say? I don't remember now. Yeah, it should be good. Aluminum rings, they are lightweight and don't tarnish. How about that? I did like my idea. There are better chainmail shirts than this, like, or like better looking. I do like that I just wore a waffle gray shirt and it kind of looks like chainmail. You know what I mean? Like, I think that did look. I think my critique is that the tunic comes so far out over my shoulder. Like, I wish the tunic ended like right on my shoulder. But like, I have broad shoulders relatively. Like, I'm not a small-shouldered guy for my stature. And so for that to fit how I'd want it to fit, the person would have to be like 7 foot tall. Like, that would even be big on Christian, you know? I do have to think about shoes though for this outfit. What kind of shoes should I wear for this? You're going to your first Ren Fair this weekend? Are you in Illinois? Are you going to the same one as us? I guess we're not going this weekend though, but... Oh, I've got my... Oops. Is Christian 7 foot tall? No, he's 6'3", and I'm 6 foot -3. Should I join this guy? Should I join? Let's do a public kill. Oh, wait, what? Is there a... Let's do some public kills. Let's see how that goes. Unofficial Scurrious World, OSRS. Nah, fuck it. We'll just go private again. You're a West Coaster? Gotcha. Moccasins? Yeah, I might have to get some sort of brown moccasin. Which I should be able to get relatively cheap. Or maybe I'll see if Luis has like some beat up ones or something. Let's do some public skills and see how that... Wait, what? Did I miss something? I went in a really pretty dress and corset to the recent run in Florida. Yeah, that's what I mean. Aurora loves wearing like the bar wenchy like look, and that's what she'll pretty much be wearing underneath the rat costume that she has that she'll be wearing. I don't know. I hope. I was talking with my hairdresser and I was getting my hair cut last week. Thanks for noticing, everybody. By the way, nobody said anything, but it's fine. I was talking with her about it, and it seemed like she was kind of in a situation where maybe her boyfriend is like too cool to go play dress up at a Ren Fair type beat. Because I was talking about like my you literally had a hat on. True. I'm bald. It makes me hair blind. Hey, that's fair. You two get a pass. Everybody else, you're in trouble. Because I was talking about like my birthday parties where we did like the dress up stuff, and she's like, "That sounds so fun. Oh my god!" And I was like, "Yeah, it was really fun." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to the Ren Fair," and she's like, "Oh my god, I would love to do that." And like, but she never like. It's like one of those things where it's like, I don't know, if I was talking about it and I'd never been to a Ren Fair and I thought I really wanted to, I would say like, "Oh, I would love to do that. I'm gonna see if maybe I can go next year," you know. But she never hit that line. It was always like, "That sounds so fun to like do that," and like I was like, "No, you can go like." No one's stopping, you know, like it's just a drive. But anyway, was your haircut for the Ren Fair? Nope, just my normal haircut. Hey, is your haircut for the Ren Fair? You're looking like a friar. No, it's just mullet-esque, you know. It wasn't intentional. But yeah, it does work with the outfit. Anyway, I was talking about going to the Ren Fair, and she's like, "Is it fun?" And I immediately just went, "Oh yeah, it's really fun." And then I like sort of stopped for a second, and I was like, "Is it fun?" Because like the idea and like dressing up and like going to the Ren Fair, like the time that we went 2 years ago, was a lot more fun than the Ren Fair itself, you know? Because everything is so expensive, and the weekend that we went on was super fucking busy, and there was so many fucking people everywhere, and it was impossible to move or sit down or do anything. And yeah, everything was super expensive, so it turned into this like thing where it was just like, we walked around, we sat and watched, like the joust thing that we watched was cool, but like it was hot as fuck, and like I was like, I would say I had a fun time, obviously, because I'm going back, but I was also like, you know, just, hey, we got a spine. So I hope it's better this time. I'm hoping we just had like a kind of unfortunate, like unlucky experience last time, but I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Regardless, we got some sick rat costumes, so. Can't complain about that. Oh, I didn't even pick up the spine. If that would have disappeared, I would have been very upset. There will be drag shows at the one I'm going to. Pretty hype. You know what? Let's go to the website. I'll check it out after this kill, and we'll check out because the Ren Fair we're going to is in Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's just across the border of Illinois and Wisconsin. It's actually where Kyle Rittenhouse killed those people at. Is Kenosha, Wisconsin. But it's called the Bristol Renaissance Fair, and it like is one of the bigger Ren Fairs in the States, especially one of the more well-known ones, because it's the Chicagoland area Ren Fair. But the first time I went was 2 years ago, and so you know, and like it's like with everything, unfortunately, in America, it's just, you know, inflation, you know, modern life, everything has gotten so much more expensive and so much worse quality, where it's like, you know, I bet you if you would have went in like 2012, it would have been peak. But now that it's 2025 and we're like about to go into a major economic recession anytime now, we're just waiting on that fucking bubble to burst. Unfortunately, it's just not as fun. Unless you got the money to blow. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go back in and eat and then come back. We have a sick Ren Fair in Austin called Sherwood, and it's one of the only Ren Fairs with full contact joust. Instead of just like play joust. Because like maybe I'm mixing up the joust at the Ren Fair with the joust at medieval times. Let's pull up the... Hang on one second. Ren Fairs being a common thing in the U.S. is crazy to me. Why? Where are you from? That it's not common. They beat ass splintered. Okay. Now I understand. Because, yeah, the shields did explode. The UK? Oh, I gotcha. Well, but you guys can go to actual castles. Like... You guys can go to actual fucking castles and siege it. We have to like play pretend. Let me make sure it's not immediately doxing me somehow. Okay. So this is the Bristol Ren Fair. It's pretty big. Like, don't get me wrong. So when you walk in here on the left side, I'll show you what we did last time. We walked in right here in the bottom left, saw that it was fucking packed. Immediately we had to find an ATM. So we come in, I think someone went to go find an ATM and got there. And this is all like food and drink right here. And it's like a good drive. It's like a 2-hour drive. And then you have to walk from the parking lot in. So, like, we were hungry. So, like, oh, let's go get in line. We waited in line right here for, like, 30 minutes to get some mid-ass food. And I only remembered it was mid because my hairstylist was like, oh, was the food really good? And I just go, maybe. I don't remember it, which probably means it wasn't very good. Yeah, so it's the city is, the made-up city is the city of Bristol. But it's in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And then we finally got our food, and there was somebody performing right here. And you know what's funny is there's a podcast called Hey Riddle Riddle that I used to be a really big fan of. They were all Chicago-based performers. I know she moved to California. I don't know if she's still in California, but their producer, or maybe it wasn't, or maybe it's. Maybe it's this guy? Who's the Arnie? What's the hello from the Arnie Niekamp? No. It's Hey Riddle song guy. Whoever made the song? Arnie Parrott. This guy. Arnie Parrott performs at the Bristol Ren Fair, which is kind of cool. I used to be such a big fan of the show. Well, that sucks. So loud. So loud. So that's kind of cool, but he wasn't there when we were there. But yeah, he performs at, this is at the Bristol Run Fair. Maybe he doesn't do it anymore.
Know or don't care, my name is Arnie Parrott, and I'm going to play for you a series of songs. I'm going to play for you a series of songs that I have written. A series of songs that up until this point in my lengthy and prolific musical career, I have had absolutely no success with. This first piece of music is...
So that's kind of cool. But yeah, so then so there was somebody performing right here, and we just sort of had to stand there and try to find a place to eat / drink for a second. And then we walked over here. We saw that there was a joust thing actively going on. So we weaseled our way in, but it was packed. So we had to like kind of sit in the walkway, which people got mad at. And we are like, sorry, it's what else are we supposed to sit? And then we walked back through and we are like, all right, let's get out of here. So hopefully it's better than that this time around. When are we going? We're going on the 23rd. Directions and weather. Kenosha, Wisconsin. The fair. Entertainment. Here we go. Entertainment schedule. Do they sell brats at this fair? I'm sure they do. Oh, look at that. Arnie Parrott. The guy I was just talking about. All season. Ariel Silk Fantasy. Lauren Murray will be there. Adam Crack Fire Whip. The Accidental Acrobats. Strange Arts. Ensemble dedicated to creating constantly evolving, engaging, progressive music. Oh, they're not going to be there. Audience with the Queen. Barely Balanced. Oh, I think we saw a little bit of these people's show. But you know, who's the TikTok? His name is Jacques. Jack the Whipper. Jacques the Whipper. This guy I've seen on TikTok for the longest time. Because he does... I fucking hate TikTok so much. He does run fairs, but he doesn't do the Bristol Run Fair. And I wish that he did, because he's really good. He's really funny. He had this recent one. I think this is the one I saw.
Horns.
The people keep asking him to do K-pop Demon Hunters. He's just like, I don't know that. Stop fucking asking me. It's just 3 minutes of him being like, I don't know that song. Shut up. Bounding Maine. Breakfast with the Brass. The Bristol Buskin Frolic. Brothers Blackquill. Improvised Plays. That might be fun. Brothers Dim. Chalk Artist. Wow, that's really pretty. I had a brother one in Florida after eating nothing all day, drinking like 4 beers and walking for like 5 hours. Well, I can't eat a brat, so I do. If we could get close enough, I would love. Oh, she's not going to be there to do the cats. Never mind. There was a cat show going on, but again, the crowds were so crazy that we couldn't see it. Hopefully, because we're going late in August this time, there's going to be less people. Because I think last year we went like the second week that it opened, or maybe the opening weekend. The Sword Swallower. What the fuck? Now this is some Hamilton ass look right here. This is some Lin-Manuel Miranda ass look. There's so many performers. This is crazy. Maybe we change the name. Hey, maybe I'm too woke. Maybe we don't do a new minstrel show. Just a thought. Just a thought. Maybe change the name. I'm sure the word itself actually isn't that bad, but just a thought. Brass instruments with valves and / trombones didn't exist in the Renaissance era. Hey, neither did witches. God, it just keeps going. Tenacious D&D. Not gonna be there. Tiny Girl. Big show. Oh, they got the Tortuga Twins. Tired of clicking. Never. Oh, that's sick armor. Hang on.
So they like low-key...
No, I want to watch the armor video. Show me the armor video.
Well done.
It's so loud.
Oh, what's that? You don't even know where to start with what you could wear to the Bristol Renaissance Fair? Well, darling, come on and let me show you just a handful of the amazing outfits we've seen this weekend.
All right, now I can mute it. Oh, I love movable wings. Those are sick outfits. Listen, I don't want to be that guy who's going to be critiquing shit, even though that's my entire thing online. You could put in a little bit more effort than that, dude. I mean, the person you're with's got flowers in their hair. Like, you could tell. And then there's just a guy he's Renaissance Peter Griffin. Like, I mean, you could have done... I guess he actually went to medieval times. Like, bro is just... Like, I mean, put in a little effort. Have a little fun with it. Put on a crown. Wear contacts for that day, for God's sakes. That's sick armor. I love a good set of armor. This armor is so fucking cool. This armor is so sick. Hell yeah. See, even this... Okay. 2,000 patrons rebuy armor. This is what I was talking about, where there's like 3 levels of Ren Fair outfits or whatever. This is like the level of Ren Fair outfit that like these mouse hats are. Where it's like, yeah, it's cardboard, it's cheap, it's like easily made relatively. And like this dude's just wearing a mop and like a Lion King shawl. But like it fucking looks good. Like it's like, yes. Everybody knows he's got a newspaper hat. Like, it's fucking... And then compare that to, like, Ren Fair Peter Griffin, where it's like... This dude spent money on this outfit. Probably a same amount of money as that wizard did. But you can just tell the difference. Like, it's just astronomical. And then you have people who, like this person put in a lot of money, a lot of effort, and like fucking gets this sick ass, like, I assume this is like gender bent Loki from Marvel. I think, right? Those are Loki horns. But those are the 3 levels. And then you can just tell which one, like the 2 ends are the better end you want to be on. Like, look at these people. They look sick as hell. They tried. Spider-Man Bard is fun. Found him. Is this what you were saying my haircut looks like? Do I have the same haircut as this guy? Please say no. Do I have the same haircut as that guy? Well, that's how it was with that tunic. That tunic was like, I think that tunic I bought for 2 years ago, I think by itself was $90. Let's check out the food and bevies. The fucking food and bevs. Trader's Wharf, near the mud pit. Oh, this is where I'm going. We got falafel. Up. What do you mean by Jerusalem salad? What do you mean by that? Huh? What do you mean by Jerusalem salad? Which... Yeah, but what time period of Jerusalem are we talking about? Are we talking about this was Israeli salad about, I don't know, a year and a half ago? Or is this like historical Jerusalem? Like maybe circa, I don't know, 1947. But look, they got baklava, ganoush. Oh, man. Hey, I might be going to the Trader's Wharf. This shit looks fire. Never mind. I'm going here, not even for the food. Currently, Jerusalem. Wasn't that the whole thing that started October 7? Was Trump moved the embassy of Jerusalem to Israel? I was just making a joke. Relax, chat. Fruit ice. Portobello gazebo. Never mind, I'm going here. English sausage made with beef, pork, Swiss, and American cheese. Mushroom Manor. Nope. Pemberton candies. Oh, you know what? I think we ate this. I remember eating these cheese fritters. They weren't very good. They look really good because it's just like balls of cheese, right? Like, especially in Wisconsin, you would think that like a Wisconsin-based just deep fried cheese ball would be good. It wasn't. Ye Old Roast Beef. Now that's a good name. Turkey Low. Ooh. I get a calzone. Oh, you know what? I think Erica got one of these pickles. That looks crazy. What are we... I don't think your broccoli and peas and chives are supposed to be that green. Like, did someone crank up the saturation on this? Like, that looks like it's GMO food. Why is there so many mushrooms? Brats. Quarter-pound brat served on a fresh-baked bun with sautéed onions and sauerkraut. Oh, chat. Nope, it wasn't that. What drink did I just have? I just had a drink the other night that changed my life. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It was a Paloma, but it was a canned Paloma. And, you know, normally when you get a canned anything, it doesn't taste as good as, you know, you would expect. But this canned Paloma was so good. I mean, it was just delicious. I can't find what brand it is. I don't think it was Topo Chico. I don't know. We'll see. If anybody's in the area, you can feel free to meet us there. We're going with Stacy and Sal, and then Christian, Erica, and me and Aurora. I think that's all that's going. Wait, did I do this on stream? So there's pub crawl tickets, right? Of course, you have to be 21. It's $69 for 4 drinks. And well, I guess it's plus sales tax. So you're looking at, $80 for 4 drinks. So $20 a drink for this pub crawl. And I don't know why the fuck you would pay that. Why wouldn't you just buy a $10 drink and then walk behind the group? You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that they're doing anything on that pub crawl that makes it worth it. Other than, like, because I assume the allure is mainly that you get the 4 drinks. I can't imagine what they're saying on the trip is anything super important. I wonder if we're going on we're going on the second to last weekend, which honestly is pretty good. That means there'll be less people. Yeah, there's nothing on our weekend. MonsterCon. Thank God we're not going to MonsterCon. I would have been scared the whole time. Percy Jackson and K-pop Demon Hunters Trivia Challenge. That was last weekend. That's funny. Most excellent hilarity and general merriment was had by all. I highly recommend the pub crawl. So they just make jokes while they're going? Yeah, it'd be one thing if, like, you're going on a pub crawl and they were, like, showing shit, but it's just got to be them doing, like, stand-up. But, like, why couldn't I just grab a beer on my own and walk behind them, and get that part of the pub crawl? Just go with friends. They bring me merriment and joy. Yeah, let's check out some of their TikToks. That's pretty cool. This is objectively more effort than Peter Griffin. I fear it's the same result. This is a Halloween costume. Now, this is a Halloween costume that also works at the Ren Fair. This is sick Over the Garden Wall cosplay. Arguably the best Over the Garden Wall cosplay I think I've ever seen. Even having the bottle that is acting as the lantern is kind of funny. And the frog, obviously. This is top tier. I've never seen somebody make, like, a really good tea kettle hat. My cabbages! Is that Cinderella, I imagine? Look at these sick ass wings. I'm a sucker for wings. I think wings on a cosplay are so fucking cool. Oh, this is Pirate Weekend. That's cool as hell, having the boat around you. You know what that reminds me of? is this this Heartless from Kingdom Hearts. This guy. Cottagecore weekend. I also don't like the cottagecore aesthetic that much. Like, I get it. It's not for me. And that's okay. I'm also glad that I'm not this guy. Is cottagecore just Stardew? Kinda. Like, what's the point? I'm sorry. If you're going to a Ren Fair, why are we wearing jeans? Be Peter Griffin at a minimum. You know what I mean? Just put in a little effort. Have a little fun. Whoa, were those bears? Nah, they're not that cool. Upon further expansion, not that cool. Inspection. Alright, we gotta kill at least 14 more of these bad boys. We gotta do at least 50 kills. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's really cool and fun again. I'm hoping that it's not just like super fucking expensive. I know it's gonna be expensive, but I'm just hoping it's not super expensive and I can catch a buzz without feeling like I'm gonna go broke. A guy in full Trump merch at a Ren Fair is kind of insane. To be fair, I feel like he does want to bring back the feudal dynamic, though. Like, you can't say he's being disingenuous with his character there. What about him do you think turned people off? Imagine being a social pariah for liking Trump in Florida. Although I guess, like, you know, Ren Fair isn't necessarily the meeting place for conservative minds. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna pick a place that is full of like progressive liberal people, Ren Fair's got to be top 3 places you would choose to find like a safe space. You know. I'd say top 3 safe spaces got to be like Ren Fair, library, and Hot Topic. Nah. Furry hangout? Wow, we got 2 furries. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people that are furries that are weird. But you're right. You're right. Any sort of... I don't know. I feel like any sort of convention is going to be like... You're going to get some weirdos at a convention. I mean weirdos as in like people who don't like trans people, not like strange people. Obviously everybody at a furry con is fucking weird. Anybody at a Ren Fair is fucking weird, like non-derogatory. Most furries are trans. All right, I'll take your word for it. You seem to know what you're talking about. Or other way around. Other way around is definitely not true. I don't know. I do feel like most trans people are furries. How many trans people in U.S.? There are approximately 1.6 million trans people in the United States identify as transgender. How many furries in U.S.? There are between 100,000 and 2.8 million furries. And now I'm not a data scientist, but I do know that 1.6 million is in between 100,000 and 2.8 million. I know about puppy girls. Are you kidding me? If it is what I think it is, I know about it. Up to 200% of all trans people are furries. Yeah. The furry to trans pipeline is really, it's like you said earlier, like it just happens. It's just natural. I've been recording this whole time. I didn't mean to be recording this. I forget how locked into queer discourse you are. So Blake, I don't think you've edited next week's Judges episode, but the Circle Judge, Christian, we thought of it. I don't remember exactly how we thought of it. It's from Christian's stream last time. He said like the straightest thing about Christian is that he really likes ketchup. The most cishet thing about him is that he likes ketchup. And so for the Circle Judge, we did a Kinsey scale of condiments and sauces, right? Which it's fun. Yeah, whatever. Just saying bullshit on how gay each sauce is. And it's funny you say ranch is the straightest, because I was trying to go into my bag with my queer culture references. And I said ranch is like a 4 because it's like a Midwest gay. It's a flannel gay. Like, it's like Midwest gay, flannel gay is ranch. And I was throwing out terms that I don't think Christian and Erica are aware of. I did give one that's like a secret gay. I can't remember which sauce I did. But I was like, no, ranch, like, because Erica's like, ooh, I do love ranch. And I was like, yeah, ranch is it's like a flannel gay. Like it's gay, but they straight pass so hard. And it's like, they have to really convince people that they're queer. You know, like they wear flannel. They don't like, they're clearly just like rural people. And then I'm like saying that, and I look over at Erica, and Erica's wearing flannel, and I was like, oh yeah, so it's Erica. No, that tracks. Yeah, they're Blaine Anderson gay. Ooh, we're about to hit level 77 ranged, folks. Who's here for my level 77 ranged party? Not you. No, stay. Stay for the party. I'm 400 experience away. I'm 300 experience away. I'm 140 experience away. I'm 36 experience away. And 77 range. Everybody said that I wouldn't do it, but I did it. No, stop throwing tomatoes. But it actually is funny too, because on the episode that comes out next Monday for the Judges, one of the stories somebody writes about how like they've had like a bunch of missed connections with like me and Aurora. And well, I think the Judges in general. Where the last time we were at the Ren Fair, they were at the Ren Fair the same day, but they didn't see us. They were in Punta Cana the weekend before we were in Punta Cana, but they were meant to go on the weekend we went, but something happened and they had to move it up. And then there's something else, but it's just really funny that they also were like talking about the Ren Fair, and obviously that episode comes up before we go to the Ren Fair. So I was like, yeah, well, come to the Ren Fair, because the last time we were at the Ren Fair, we did run into somebody who recognized us. I remember them going. They went into the Discord, and they were like, "Oh my god, I think I just saw the Judges," and I was like, "Well, if you see us again, just come say hi." Like, did you sell tomatoes at open mic nights in case you forget to bring your own? I think, listen, I mean, I guess I've never been to a comedy show that was like not, you know, a real comedy show, like for a special or whatever. I've never been to like an open mic or anything like that, or a comedy club or anything of the ilk. I do think we could do with more public shaming, like not to say cancel culture. But I do think that we could go with more public ridicule. Just sort of not cancel culture, just more of like a boo you suck type energy. I feel like we would benefit from this. Did I tell you about the Ren Fair around me that wasn't going to sell alcohol? Like, well, yeah, because was it in like a dry county? That sucks. What's the point? I'm sorry. If I can't go and kick back a brewski at the Ren Fair. Oh, I got a new max hit with that range level. That's nice. It was in Knox? That's crazy. Yeah, like what's the... I don't know. That's wild to me. Not cancel culture, not surveillance culture, but public shaming is very important to self-gathering communities. I mean, that it feels right. I feel like we've swung the pendulum too far in both directions. We need to have just like a good old public shaming. But people are just not able to like dial it back to like a good healthy amount of public shaming. Do they sell meat at Ren Fairs? It depends. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they'll have like mead stations, yeah. A lot of mead heads in the chat. I would boycott a meadless Ren Fair. I've only had one mead once and it was fine. Yup. There's a mead bar in Brooklyn, really? That's kind of cool. Now, how long until mead is completely hijacked by like IPA bro culture? Because around here, I feel like everybody who makes / enjoys mead is like a paleo diet guy. Like they're like weird, like hyper masculine attempted people. But that could just be rural Illinois, you know? It could just be that that's how every guy is around here. Boop. Functioning monasteries that produce mead? Christian, yeah, it's on Christian Mead Goal. Christian Mead Goal. ChristianMeadGoal.com. If I keep saying it, will the pun work better? Christian Mead Goal. You live in the Midwest, all you got is drinking. True. True. That's all we got. We got drinking and corn. Speaking of, chat room. Holy shit, y'all are gonna be like, Josh, what the fuck are you talking about? Listen to me. Listen to the words I'm about to say. I want your minds to be receptive. I don't want y'all to be hit with immediate like, oh, that's gross. Okay, so obviously I live in Illinois. There's a lot of corn. A lot of local festivals are themed around corn, and they sell corn. So, I was at my parents' house for my dad's birthday, and we grilled out, and my dad bought some corn. Local corn, okay? Homegrown corn. Sweet corn, of course. We took 2 corns on the cob home. Okay? Now, I'm a fucking weirdo who does not like to heat up leftovers. So I'm eating this corn on the cob cold. Cold on the cob, okay? And I know what you're thinking. That's gross. I understand why you wanted to preface me by saying, we're not to the gross part yet. Listen, I need you to stay on board. Cold corn on the cob. However, I saw a sauce in the fridge door and I said, I wonder if that's good on corn. Chat room. I put Frank's Red Hot on a cold cob of corn cob and salt. And it was amazing. 10 out of 10. It was one of the best things I think I've ever fucking eaten. That is my mom saying gross, yes. Cold corn cob with Frank's Red Hot and salt. And, I mean, heaven. Mom, you can't say gross. I said you have to keep your mind open. I ate it, and I was like, I only put a little bit of Red Hot on at first, because I like, if it sucks, I'm not going to want to eat a whole corn cob. And then I ate the whole thing, devoured it instantly. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then Aurora comes home, and before I could even tell her, because she doesn't like spicy food anyway. And before I could tell her about my glorious red hot cold corn cob concoction, she goes, I'm not going to eat that other corn cob. You can eat it. And I go, thank the fucking Lord, babe. Because you know what I did today? And I told her about the red hot corn cob concoction. And she's like, oh, okay. And yesterday I ate the second red hot cold corn cob concoction. Holy fuck, it went so much harder the second time. It was so good. You have to try it. I mean, just 10 out of 10 no notes. Well, and see, that's the thing, is like, obviously, some people put tahini on their corn, or like, they'll put like tahini on their watermelon, or like, especially with like Mexican street corn, like they put spicy chili powder on it. So it's not like corn plus hot is like unique or, novel. I just didn't expect it to go so fucking crazy. It was so good. I mean, it went so hard. See, I'm not a soy sauce enjoyer. I think what really helps with the... What really was good about the Red Hot was the like vinegar taste, you know? It's like the vinegar base of a Red Hot really, really, really was good on it. But I highly recommend corn, cold corn, cobbed or uncobbed. Put some Red Hot on there. And not buffalo sauce, the cayenne, the original flavor. Obviously. But I fucking love Frank's. If I can be frank, I love Frank's Red Hot. I think it's such a versatile, good hot sauce that like isn't too hot. It's easy to put on anything. You know, I'm a sauce mixer. Okay, I like mixing my sauces. So a lot of times I'll find like a couple of sauces that I really like, and I'll mix them just to see. And now I'm not mixing like, you know, things that we know won't be good, right? Like, I'm not going to mix like Frank's Red Hot and a vinaigrette that I like, you know? It's like, I mean, what are we doing, you know? However, what I will mix with Frank's Red Hot is ranch. That's right. Good old Hidden Valley Midwest ranch. I love that shit. A little bit of sweet potato tots on top of ranch and Red Hot. And you know what the best sauce mix is? That's my first clue scroll too. How about that? And this is what I'll die on a fucking hill for. Okay. And it goes on anytime I would eat a hot dog or a brat. Not really a brat. Brats are good enough on their own. But a hot dog, corn dog, it works really good on. Is barbecue sauce and mustard. Chat room. Barbecue sauce and mustard, I think, could bring me back from the grave. I mean, it's so good. It's on a good old hot dog with like raw white onion on it. Oh, that's really good. You're making beans and you throw some barbecue sauce and mustard into it. Yeah, I bet you that goes crazy. I mean, I'm not frequently making beans. Frank's on mac and cheese is amazing. Yes, absolutely. Frank's is just goated. It's such a good sauce. I like Chipotle a lot. I like Chipotle sauces a lot. I actually don't like Chipotle the restaurant very much, but I will say, Aurora and I do not go to Chipotle very often because... Hey, another spine. Look at that. Our spine luck's looking up. I feel like every time we go to Chipotle, it gets worse and worse and worse. And Christian loves Chipotle. Like, absolutely loves Chipotle. And he's got, like, all these secret techniques and, like, you know, ways to make sure that you get your money's worth and yada, yada, yada. And so me and Aurora will go to Chipotle maybe once every, like, 3 months. And it's normally because we're, like, in that part of town and, like, are also shopping over there. And so we'll swing by. And I do not... We do not go inside. We order online and go through the drive-thru. And Christian always says, like, you got to go inside and, like, watch them make it. That way they don't, you know, put less in there. And it's like, I would rather just stay in my vehicle. I don't know. And that's what I always say is, like, I know that Chipotle is, like, quote-unquote better food. Like, quality-wise and, like, honestly, sometimes flavor-wise. But it pisses me off how expensive it is for such a small amount of food relative to the cost. Compared to Taco Bell, where if I'm going to Taco Bell, I know what I'm getting. And I know I'm going to like it, and it's going to be under $10 a person, you know, for what I get. But we went to Chipotle sometime last month, I think. Just, I don't know why. We were just like... Ugh. Let's go get Chipotle, whatever. We'll do our once every 3 months Chipotle taste test. And it was like I was teleported back to 2013. I think it was the biggest Chipotle burrito I've had since college. It was fucking massive. Both of ours. Like, legit. Like, we got the bag and we thought that they gave us an extra burrito. It was so heavy. It was crazy. We were like jaws on the floor, just like, oh, they must be a new employee. Like someone fucked up. This isn't how they normally give you food. And I told her, I was like, Aurora, we can never go back to Chipotle ever again. We used up our one good Chipotle. Like, we're never getting this lucky with Chipotle ever again. The next time we go, it's going to be the smallest. Like, Chipotle sizes can neither be created nor destroyed. If you get too much Chipotle on one burrito, the next burrito you get will have less than it should. Like, there's a finite amount of Chipotle burrito materials in the universe for you to receive. And I'm just not going to believe that I'll ever get a Chipotle burrito that's of size again. The Chipotle spicy sauce Taco Bell puts on... Oh, yeah, no. That Chipotle sauce is... It's what I put on all of my orders. That's what I put on the Crunch Wraps to make them goated. It's what I put on... That's what's in the quesarito. That's why quesaritos were so good. Yeah, it's awesome. Two more kills, and then we're at 450 kills. We're 500k today. Actually, I was really lucky on like item drops for money. 500k is not a bad amount of money. Did I not? Thank you. Blake, did you see I hit 89 woodcutting, and are you jealous? We put multiple RuneScape. I put multiple RuneScape jokes and like references in the Glee video that's coming out next week. Slash is out right now on patreon.com/Hashon. And already we got a fucking comment about, because the script's been written for so long. Like the first part of the script was written back in like November or December or something like that of 2024. And I made a comment about like chopping wood in Sears Village, which is like a common place to chop yews in RuneScape. But they just pushed an update for old school RuneScape. I think it's been 3 weeks now, maybe 3 weeks, and there's a new best spot to chop yews. And somebody commented like, "LOL, why are you chopping yews in Sears Village? Everybody's chopping them in this place now." And I responded, I was like, I'm pretty sure I wrote that joke before RuneScape even teased that update would be coming out. Like, I'm pretty sure that joke was written so long ago that wouldn't have made any sense for me to ever put that in. Which is more embarrassing on my part than the commenter's part, but there's another one later. Like I hit 77 wood cutting. And I was chopping on a really inefficient spot to chop. And I'm at 89 wood cutting now. It's just so funny that like that clip was from me hitting. I think we paused and looked, and I've gained like, I think that clip was when I had like 1300 total level. I'm now at 1800 total level. It's from so long ago when I wrote that joke. See how fast we can kill him with our best prayer on. I love this boss. There's something about killing rats, you know what I mean? So chill. Good experience. Decent money for what it is. Chill vibes. I'm not having to compete with other players. It's an easy enough boss, but it's like still like requires a modicum of skill, so I feel good doing it. This isn't gonna be a very fast kill, even though I've got my range prayer on. Oh, Kip, thank you for the raid. Whoa, thanks for the follows, everybody. You know what's so funny? Dreams and nightmares, and I guess you could be the same person. Is somebody just left a comment on one of my videos it was like somebody called into our show. I was listening to voicemails for our other show, and somebody said like, follow my archive of our own account, Dreams and Nightmares. So I kind of, unless that's you, a crazy coincidence. What's up, Kip? What's up, Zoinkies? Welcome in, everybody. We're killing rats. Oh, I have to show off my rat costume. Hang on. Nobody leave. Let me show off my rat costume for all the people who are in here. I mean, kinda chill, no? It's kinda sick. It's kinda sick as hell, I mean. Kinda sick. It's kinda sick as hell, am I wrong? This is my girlfriend's hat. Her teeth look so much better than mine. my dude needs to see the dentist. Hers is like fucked up. Yeah, I killed my girlfriend. This is her hat, unfortunately. I did have to kill her for it. Thank you for the follow, Mikey Mark. Christian's dating a version of this and his stream's true. But yeah. We just made this hat last night. Made some egg. I guess I must go make some egg food. Oh, have fun with your egg food. Thanks for the raid. Thanks, Chips. Nice to see you. We just made these last night though. And they turned out great, so. Just cause we're not going to a Ren fair or anything. This is just how I look when I'm around my house at night. I just vibe out, you know. If you come into my house, you kind of have to be in a costume, you know. It's kind of like the one rule. That's kind of what we do. You need the lantern from that one Reddit story. Walk around with the lantern around the house. Yeah. Could be the move. I'm glad people got to see the rat costume. Unfortunately, I am also ending stream, so it's really bad timing, but you can ask any girl in her 20s who likes Hamilton, they'll have one. Do you think they'll have like the old-timey lantern? Make sure you know pup sitting dates so I can add to calendar. Oh, I don't think you need to look at Molly. I think Molly should be fine at home. We're only gonna be gone for a couple hours. Let's go look at our spoils though. I'm wearing the rat costume if you're here because I'm killing a rat boss in RuneScape and I'm trying to get one drop. It's a 1 in 3,000 drop. And today we just got to kill 450. And of course I've not gotten the drop yet, which is upsetting, depressing, but it's expected. And that is the life of old school RuneScape. But this is what I'm going for. Is there's a 1 in 3,000 chance that when you kill the boss that looks like this, you get a small version that follows you around. And I love this pet so much. Am I an Iron Man? I'm a group Iron Man, but I pretty much play as a normal Iron Man. But yeah, I pretty much play as a normal Iron Man. The only thing I use out of my group storage that they gave me is this Dragon Axe. But yeah, I pretty much play as a normal Iron Man. 70 mil bank tab. That's not that bad. I'm trying to like flex my Iron Man account now. But yeah, we just did 50 kills. Unfortunately, no drop. We did get 500k. That's not bad. We got 2 spines, which those are 1 in 33 drops. So even though I was complaining the entire time that I was going dry on spines, I ended up getting more spines than expected. Classic RuneScape. 1 clue scroll, which is nice. I'll do that later. And look at that, 500k, over 4 mil GP. I think this is the most GP I've ever had on this account at once. The goal is to get to 10 mil GP. That's when I'll feel cool, because then it turns green and it says 10 mil. But I'm a little far away from that. But hey, yeah, that's it. Sorry, Raiders. But if you've never been on the channel before, we stream once a week. Okay. Next week you will not see me. You will see a different man here. But he will be playing a dating sim, and I think you should check it out because it's really fun. What's it called? Date Everything? So if you're into that content, Christian will be here next week streaming this game. And then 2 weeks from today, I'll be here wearing my rat costume, killing more rats in RuneScape. So, but thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Kip, and all you Kip heads out there. And that's it. Have a good rest of your day and rest of